I put my name in for the Cooper and Hunter fan cave, and lo and behold, we won. My garage was pretty much a total wreck. I had my son's cutlass in there, all of our lawn equipment, all of the Christmas decorations, and just years and years of stuff in there. So
if you're familiar with Florida summers, you know that garages especially can be unbearably hot. And fortunately, with this partnership with Cooper and Hunter, it's a great, efficient way to be able to install an AC unit in here and make this space usable. It's also really easy to install. It can go in any room of your house as well as a garage like this, and you can control it from a smartphone. Before we could get started on the walls, I needed to patch all of the holes in the walls and the ceiling, and we did so with some drywall spackling. After all the spackling was dried and sanded, then we could paint the ceiling with a flat white ceiling paint. With the ceiling painted, then we can move on to the walls. For the walls, we knew that we wanted to incorporate the Florida Panthers colors. Adding a stripe in the middle, we could achieve that. So we started by taping off that stripe exactly where we wanted it. We used a laser level and some painter's tape to get that stripe nice and level all the way around the room. Jamie started by cutting in all the way around the room, and then I began rolling in the top and bottom navy sections of the wall. I followed up with the red stripe all the way around the room, and after applying about 3 coats of the navy, which is what it took to cover the wall, we could then remove the tape and move on to the tan sections. Now the narrow tan stripe on top and bottom of that red stripe needed to be cut in by hand with a paintbrush to make sure that we filled all of the porous sections of the wall. While Jamie was cutting in that tan line, I moved on to installing the floor. Now for the floor for this project, I wanted something quick and very durable and, well, made for a garage, so we went with interlocking tiles from Home Depot, and this was a great product. Honestly, possibly one of my favorite garage floors that I've done. You just install them nice and easily with a rubber mallet, and they fit together really tight, and then we cut it into the wall and everything worked out great. One of the main features of this garage that I've been planning on was a very large Panthers logo that fell right in the middle of that stripe. And the way that we did that was that I ordered a fathead logo, which is essentially a large sticker of that Florida Panthers logo. I cut it out first and then laid it out on a piece of 1/2-inch plywood and traced it. After I got the outline of that logo, then I followed up with a jigsaw to cut it out to match. And then I cut another piece of 1/2-inch plywood slightly smaller than that logo. The reason for that being was that it would offset that logo from the wall and it would give me a spot to install some LED lighting. After finding the perfect spot on the wall, we then installed the plywood boards to the wall using concrete anchors, and then we stuck that fathead sticker right in place and it looked great. We also had a red sofa delivered and it was gonna go perfect with the color scheme of the room, so we decided to go ahead and assemble that and get that into place. We knew we were gonna be building a bar in this garage, or this fan cave rather, so we went ahead and started assembling the bar stools that we had ordered off of Amazon. Then it was on to building the bar. Now, for the bar, we ended up using just some stock cabinets that we had ordered from Home Depot as the base, and then we framed out a shorter wall to bring the bar up to bar height around those cabinets. For a cool hockey touch, we decided to make the lower half of the bar look like those traditional hockey boards. Luckily, I was able to find some 1/4-inch dry erase board in a 4x8 sheet, which worked out perfectly and gave us that high gloss white hockey board look. After getting the boards done, then we could move on to the top. And the top, we just used 2 doubled up pieces of 3/4-inch particle board for the base. And then we came back and laid water resistant laminate flooring on top. And that's gonna give us that water resistance that we need for the bar, but it's also a very cost-effective way to make a good looking bar top. If you want the full plans for this build, make sure you check out my website, rogueengineer.com, where I've got the plans to build a bar almost identical to this one. The link to those plans will be in the top right corner. Using the excess that we cut off of the top of those dry erase boards, we then flipped those over and painted them yellow with a high gloss yellow to give that kickboard look at the bottom of those hockey boards. having the bar exactly where we wanted it, then we could move on to installing the TV. Once we got it centered up with the bar, we used a laser level to get the mount exactly where we wanted it and installed that with concrete anchors. With the TV installed, then we moved on to the accent wall. Now for this, we went with just some 1x8 common boards from Home Depot, and Jamie stained those a darker brown color. While she was staining those boards, I installed 2x4s to that concrete wall with Tapcons. After having those vertical boards in place and the accent wall stained, then we can move on to installing those boards, which we did so with construction adhesive and 18 gauge brad nails. To spice the wall up a little bit, we added some inlaid hockey sticks into that accent wall, and it turned out great. Another cool feature that we added to the accent wall was a board on the ceiling, which gives it that kind of wraparound look, as well as some LED tape lighting recessed up behind that board to downlight any artwork that will be displayed on that wall. To finish off the bar, we added some trim around the edges to conceal all of those exposed edges of the wood as well as the top itself. And then we combined some window trim to make a bar rail that is perfect for resting your arm up against while you're having a beer. To make sure that any spilled drinks didn't find their way into those cracks, we caulked the trim into the top with a waterproof sealant. I wanted to add a couple of custom tables to the mix in this new fan cave makeover, so we decided to make a pub table that had hockey sticks inlaid into it. Now this is a super simple design with 4x4 legs, 2x4 aprons, and 2x6 top. However, every board has a hockey stick between it, and it added a cool touch to this fan cave. The other table that we built was a side table beside that sofa. And honestly, I wasn't sure how this was gonna turn out. We ended up taking 3 hockey sticks and used the blades as feet. So the way that we did this was by taking a very small wooden dowel and applying a bunch of clear construction adhesive to it, and then we bonded those 3 sticks together into a triangular fashion. After taping that all together, we added some more clear construction adhesive to all of the joints around those 3 hockey sticks. In order to attach the top to the hockey sticks, I added some square wood dowels inside of those hockey sticks with clear construction adhesive. Then I came back and attached a very small piece of 1/2-inch plywood, and then that gave me something to attach the screws through the bottom of that and into that round top. Now it was time to add the final touches on this new fan cave, and we did so by hanging a banner from the Panthers that was signed by the entire team. We also hung some pictures and memorabilia on one of the empty walls, as well as hanging some of those other pieces of artwork from the Florida Panthers on the accent wall. Now I know this fan cave makeover is very specific to the Florida Panthers. However, I just recently made over my dad's garage into a Harley man cave mecca. And if you want to check out that video, make sure you click the link in the top right-hand corner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I love working on stuff like this because we get to do some really cool custom projects. For instance, we did this pub table with hockey sticks inlaid into the top. We also built this side table which has hockey sticks for legs. We've got this custom Panthers logo, and then we've got this awesome paint scheme throughout the entire fan cave. Not only did we do all that, but we built this really cool bar that has or resembles the actual hockey boards, as well as a feature wall with hockey sticks inlaid into that, and the TV for watching all those cool Panthers games. So Mike and Wendy love this space, and they're gonna be able to enjoy it with friends and family for years to come. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that one right there so you won't miss out on any future project videos. If you want the plans for this bar right here, I've got all that on my website. Just click on that link right there. Until next time, be safe and happy building.